Hi everyone, we're Lovecraft Cocktails, and we're doing yet another Quarantiki broadcast on Sunday evening. We are in preparation to do a haunted tiki party. You can tell that things are getting a little more spooky around here. There's some gourds and skeletons and pineapple things like this. See, like that, right? Glows, got little eyes on it. It's kind of cool. In any case, it's getting toward the end of October. We have rain outside. The weather is getting cooler, and my wife is not feeling the best in the world. She's got postnasal drip, and because the atmosphere is changing and bad things are occurring. So when she says, in response to, well, what are we drinking for a toast this evening? She says, I want something a little sweeter. So we're going to dig out the Zaya Grand Reserva. So this is a bottle from Trinidad and Tobago. And this is one of those classic rums that a lot of your rum aficionados won't go near, because the age statement is a little deceiving, in that the age statement says a blend of rums aged up to 16 years. But they don't tell you anything about the proportion of rums, and it could all be 3-year rum with a couple of dashes of 16-year in there. There's some 16 in, but whether or not it's really actually contributing anything except the age statement, who knows? And they can do that because the laws in Trinidad and Tobago allow them to do that. The age statement on their bottles just has to specify what the oldest rum in that blend is. So there you go. However, this is actually quite a tasty little rum, and so there's probably also a little sugar added to it, as I recall. It's been a while. It smells sweet. I don't know how to get that across. It smells sweet. That's part of the problem, hun, is that the camera is too low. It needs to come up by about that much.
Oh, okay. Earthquake time.
Earthquake time. But here you can
I'll
have that
come
rum.
around.
Oh, you're gonna show yourself. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water here.
There you go. Is that better?
I think so.
Okay.
This isn't better. I don't know what this is. I think I'm getting older. I'm developing I have developed a paunch at this point.
I've been losing weight, and I think you've gained it all.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Paunch and John chips.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's going
Eric
back.
Estrada.
That's going back just a ways. Like I said, it's not Halloween, but Halloween is kind of in the air at this point. So, yep.
We now have a zombie coming out of our front yard.
We do. There's a bush, and it turns out that there's somebody put a body underneath it. And
now it's coming up.
There's a zombie crawling up out of the dirt slowly. Very,
Very
very slowly.
Yeah.
It'll take it, 20 days or so to get up. And so, what are we toasting to? Megan Luke's house?
Megan Luke, our friends Megan Luke, we went to their housewarming. They live too far out.
Middleburg.
Yeah, so
Middleburg.
about an hour and a half
Yep.
to get there.
Middleburg, not quite Farburg, but Middleburg.
Yeah.
Still a ways out there. It's not the Flint Hills out there, but
True.
it's a ways out there.
We got some gaming done this weekend.
We did.
Played our legacy game.
Yeah, we have a game of Clank Legacy that's going on, and at the beginning of the year when we started this game, we were like, no problem, we'll finish
it by the end of the year.
It's got 13 runs through it, or 11, 12
I
runs. We're down to the last three, but it's getting a little close, especially because, schedules get nuts.
Yeah.
It's not like we're taking time out of the Haunted Tiki Party to go play 3 hours worth of Clank. So here's to a little Trinidad and Tobago Zaya rum. The other major problem with the Zaya rum is their bottles are too tall.
Yes.
So
they don't fit in any of our shelves.
Yeah, they don't fit in any of our shelves.
They fit on the Samarelli shelf.
So, we just have to...
we have a shelf that has the Samarelli and the Lost Spirits and the tall bottles.
All the really tall bottles, the Privateer and that sort of thing.
This is what I was in the mood for.
And this is not This doesn't belong on that same shelf, but it does because it's just too tall.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there we go. What are we going to do tonight? Yeah, that's definitely sweet. It feels a little thin to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
The vanilla comes through. There's a little hint of some baking spice. It's not deep like a raisin or a currant, but like those dried fruit flavors. I'm not picking up much of that. There's a little hint of that citrus rind on the back end, but not anywhere near something like an Eldorado would have. I mean, all in all, it's a solid little rum. It's if you're looking to move up from something like, you know, your Bacardi Gold or something along those lines, this is going to impress you as a premium rum.
When we first got it, we were very impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean, it is certainly an easy sipper. It also is only 40% alcohol, so I mean, this thing is completely easy to drink. So here's to life. Here's to Megan Luke. Here's to getting some gaming in, seeing Mark, which we haven't seen in quite a while. Sadly, Mark was given a quest and was unable to complete the quest because we just couldn't find it. He was up in Canada, and I was kind of hoping that he might be able to fetch me some Havana Club, but that didn't work out. So we'll find other ways to replenish the Cuban rum.
Okay, so we have Colleen.
Yay!
Elizabeth. Dana.
So we got 3 at least. Looks like 5 viewers. Star's probably one of those.
We sound good to us.
Okay.
Or we sound good.
Excellent. Excellent.
I think you both look magnificent, however you are. What are we going to do tonight, Pooch? Try and take over the world.
Same thing
Amanda,
we do every
hi,
year.
sorry I'm late. I was posting about a new Sazerac variation.
Oh, excellent. So, past haunted parties, we have served a drink that first came to my attention from a random web search, and it wound up on a place called Oh So Beautiful Paper, which they do crafty things, papery, like scrapbooking kinds of things. But occasionally, I guess they post drink recipes. And I think their drink recipe was the ghost flower or something along those lines. And I tweaked it a little bit, and we have the Ghost Orchid. Mostly the tweaking consists of adding a little bit of chartreuse to it. The second drink is the drink that actually found me Kindred Cocktail. I was looking for something that involved coconut cream and liquor 43 because I thought those two things my wife really, really likes. We should put them together and see what we get. And we got this drink called the Cargo Cult. And if you don't know, the Cargo Cult is, so cargo cults are, I don't know, they may be apocryphal, but the idea is that cargo planes would occasionally, when flying over isolated islands, they would lose portions of their cargo, and this would show up on the shores or islands of peoples that had no idea what these items were, and so rituals and the like would create up all around them, and so they became cargo cults, cults around cargo that fell from planes. And so, when explorers would find them, they'd be like, why are you venerating a parachute? That sort of thing. And lastly, is going to be some experimentation time. We are going to take a cocktail that is one of Star's absolute favorites, and we're going to try tweaking it a bit. And it also involves coconut cream, so we'll see how well we can do with that. So we're going to go a little smaller proportions on that one and see. It's not going to be probably as good as the cocktail that she loves, the Tradewinds, but we'll see if it has like a spooky enough element to it to make that work out. But first, we're going to try the...
We have a Keith.
We have a Keith. We're going to try the Ghost Orchid. And the Ghost Orchid is a shaken cocktail, so I need a shaker, which are back here. Move things around again, because you do that on occasion. So here's our shaker. It starts with some orgeat. So here is some homemade orgeat. Ignore the fact that the bottle is a Tarani. We need some lime juice. So here is some lime juice. We need some pineapple juice, which means Star is going to finish the evening by drinking
Pineapple juice.
because we never use the full can. Well, that's not true. We use the full can when we have parties, except that we usually use fresh pineapple juice, so we don't actually use the cans. What else do we need? This is where things get bizarre, because, you know, I like bizarre things. So here's the creme de violette. So it's going to give this a wonky color. And we are also going to use some Saint Germain in here, so an elderflower and violet. And then we're going to add a little chartreuse to it. Now, in the past, I have used green chartreuse. I'm going to switch it up a little bit and try the yellow chartreuse. And you may, in fact, wonder, well, wait a second, Pooch. This doesn't look like one of your cocktails because there's no rum in this. Well, true. There is currently no rum in this. But the rums that we've used in the past have all been very, very simple, clean, like Bacardi Superior and that sort of thing. We've used Havana Club in the past. I'm not going to use the good Cuban rum this time around. So I want to play a little bit with this. And the first variation we are going to try is going to actually split the base with rum, and we're going to use an unaged rum agricole and a lightly aged white rum. We're going to use Baku and La Favorite, and we're going to do a combination of those two with an ounce each and see how this turns out. All right, so let's get started. Let's move these guys off of here. Move all these things around. These guys can stay up here. We're going to have to give the orgeat a shake. Oh, I should open this ahead of time. I should take this down. It provides bad lighting. Okay. We put up new artwork. Found a spot for the Godzilla and King Kong artwork that we have over here, which I can't remember. Did we actually post who we got that from last time around,
yes.
Star? If we didn't, we should.
We did.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with a ½ ounce of homemade orgeat. If you don't have homemade orgeat, you can use something like Small Hands or Fee Brothers, anything along those lines. B.G. Reynolds makes one. I don't think the B.G. Reynolds just doesn't have the same mouthfeel as the others do, and I'm really looking for, in my orgeat, something to help thicken up the cocktail. I'm also looking for the cap. There we go. Should be pointed out, yes, I'm going to have to make some more orgeat before the party. That is not going to cut it.
I got you almonds.
She got me almonds, so that's going to work out. The lemon juice, I'm sorry, not lemon juice, lime juice. 1 full ounce of lime juice. So that goes over here. And then we need pineapple juice. We need 3/4 of an ounce of pineapple juice. There we go. And now for the weird boozy stuff. The weird boozy stuff. Might as well start. The La Favorite and the Baku are actually pound for pound less expensive than the liqueurs. So we're going to start with those. We need 2 ounces total of rum, so I'm going to go 1 ounce of the La Favorite. This is an unaged rum agricole, meaning, well, A, that it comes from Martinique, and B, that it is made from sugarcane juice and not molasses. Where does this go? That goes up there. The Baku is a blend and aged 3 years. This is coming to us from the Dominican Republic, and I don't remember anything else about that. Grown, produced, and bottled in the Dominican Republic. Don't remember anything else. I think it's column still. Couldn't tell you. We need another ounce of rum in here, so we're going to go with that. Again, you could use any clean, clear rum for this. What I'm explicitly not doing, though, is not reaching for something like the Hamilton White Stash or Let's see what else. Or like the Plantation 3-star. Anything, any of the blends that have like a Jamaican element to it, I'm going to stay away from those because I think they will just take over this drink. And that's not at all what we want it to do. Okay, we need a 1/2 ounce creme de Valette. And we're using Rothman and Winter flower liqueur. Just a 1/2 ounce. Even at a 1/2 ounce, I think you can sometimes get this a little too flowery. But people seem to like it flowery. Bartender's friend. There for a while, bartenders were using Saint Germain like it was going out of business. They were putting it in absolutely everything. That trend seems to have calmed down a little bit, but that doesn't mean I don't still have a very large bottle of Saint Germain on hand, and I use it to refill this small bottle. Ta-da. I came into cocktailing pretty much as the Saint Germain craze, I think, was ending. So that's not too bad at timing on my part. And then we're going to go 1/2 ounce of the yellow chartreuse. Just a little less intense than the green chartreuse. And truth be told, if I remember right, the green color added to this made this look really weird. So we're going to go with the yellow chartreuse and hope that the coloration is not too bad.
I have info on Baku.
Star has info on the Dominican Republic rum Baku. Aria?
Estate grown.
Mm-hmm.
They grow their own sugarcane. They use fresh sugarcane juice.
Mm-hmm.
And use copper and stainless steel before aging in ex-bourbon barrels.
Really? Sugarcane juice, huh?
That's what they say.
That's what they say. All right. So what am I doing here? See, this little thing is edible glitter. And it's just a gold color edible glitter. And it will provide a little shimmer and iridescence to this cocktail that might otherwise be missing. And we tend to do that with this cocktail around the Halloween time. The Halloween times.
Dorley got some cheers for being on the sink.
Dorley got what?
Some cheers for being back on the sink.
Oh, well, hello. Hi. What you doing? Please don't knock things over. Please do not, I don't know, fling a knife off the table or something along those lines. That would be bad.
Pooch and Dunder took a nap today. It was very cute.
Yeah, well, you know who else took a nap today? Star and both cats. Actually, at one point, both cats were sitting there grooming themselves on top of Star, which was very cute. I have like a 5-minute long video of them grooming each other. All right, no, you can't attack the squid. No, no, you just can't. It's not allowed. Nice and cold, frost on the outside. That's what we're looking for. We'll snap the seal on that. Because there's pineapple juice in it, you will get a little bit of frothiness, which isn't too bad. How about a coupe? I think we usually serve this in a coupe. Is that right?
I think so.
That seems right to me. I am going to double strain this. I don't want the ice chunks, but I still want the glitter to come through, and the glitter is going to run right through anything that we have here as far as strainers. Okay, there's a one. Looks like this is double strength. Or not double strength, this is double volume, it looks like. And yes, the classic garnish for this around here would be an orchid, but we don't currently have any orchids in the house, so we're not going to do that. So there we go. This is the Ghost Orchid using the yellow chartreuse instead of the green chartreuse. Now, I'm pretty sure you are not going to be able to tell that there is an iridescent sheen to this cocktail. But there is. So, bon appetit. We're going to try the Ghost Orchid cocktail. How do we do? I think that works.
Yeah, it's got a heavier mouthfeel
You remember?
than I remember. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think this is a. I think
It's always been a hit. At the
yeah,
parties.
it always has. I think we're going to keep this. Usually there is some form of like orchid
Flame.
on one side and flames on
Right.
the other with this, but I don't think we're going to do the flames necessarily. That and this drink, I think. What?
The gold leaf things.
Oh yeah, we could do that. I don't know if it's the combination of the Baku. The Baku does not taste like a rum agricole. It does not taste like
It's
it is
not
a rum produced from sugarcane.
sugarcane juice.
Yeah.
Right.
that's- yeah,
So
not
isn't
syrup.
that- I'm thinking it's
They're probably talking syrup.
They probably
as
mean
opposed-
cane
okay.
syrup.
Yeah, probably. Okay, that makes more sense.
yeah. I think they just have
But the
The
agricole
wording.
from the La Favorite comes through in this,
Yep.
and it adds a nice, it brings all of those floral elements together in a way that it wasn't coming together previously.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that is a winner chicken dinner.
No, not chicken dinner.
Not chicken dinner.
Okay,
We had
we'll try
chicken
and fi-
dinner.
we did
yeah,
Friday.
Friday, yeah, we had chicken dinner.
I will try and find the leaves before the party.
Yeah, they're around here somewhere. I keep seeing them and putting them away somewhere.
That is yummy.
That is yummy. Yum, yum, yums. Okay, so there we go. We've done one cocktail in 23 minutes.
About average.
About average. Well, we have to get through the intros and blah,
Right.
blah, blah, and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
So we're going to move on, and we're going to do the Cargo Cult. And the Cargo Cult cocktail is also a shaken cocktail. However, instead of just straining it out or dumping the pour, we actually are going to pour this over crushed ice. Give it a little bit more of a tiki flair by doing it that way. Oops, forgot
We
to
did go
rinse
out and get our pumpkins today.
We did. We got pumpkins and gourds, kind of galore. I didn't bring any of the pumpkins down. We do have some of these gourds. I always think these kinds of gourds, they are very Lovecraftian. It just feels that way to me. Yep. So I always get a few of these gourds and have them hanging around. We also, we got a package. We got a package from Mom and Larry.
did.
And the package contained some bats, not actual live bats, mind you, but bat decorations and little skeleton decorations, like this guy right here, or that guy right up there, up there. I don't know if you can tell. There's a guy up there, complete with a little keg of rum or something sitting by him. Anyway, it's just to help us with our decorating. So that should be fun. I just stuck my finger in my eye. That's not a good thing. What are we doing? We're doing the Cargo Cult. Shut up and make a drink, Pooch. Okay, 3/4 of an ounce of Coco Real or Coco Lopez. This is actually Coco Lopez in a Coco Real container because it's just easier to dispense that way. I say 3/4 of an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce. Sounds disgusting. There we go. Star loves this stuff. I'm surprised she doesn't make me have some of this upstairs and just like spoon it out for her. Or dollop,
I have been good and have not actually tried it.
or just a dollop of it
On
over
its
ice cream
own.
or something like that. I'm fairly certain she would love that. We need a ½ ounce of lime juice, which is good because that'll help clear the coconut cream out of here. There we go. Lime juice goes right there. Oh, we have a bat sighting. We have a flying, glowing, bat-like critter thing.
Yeah.
Yay. The weird ingredient in here is guava. And so we have some guava concentrate that we pick up from the international market. And I don't know what they're going on about, because they say mix the guava concentrate on a 1 to 5 scale with water in order to make juice. Yeah, that tastes like water. This is actually a mix 1 to 1 of the concentrate and water, and it's fine. It tastes like guava. So 1½ ounces. So there's 3/4, and there's another 3/4 of an ounce. Next up is the Liquor 43, a Spanish liqueur, Quarantiki. Secret Spanish family recipe of Mediterranean citrus fruits infused with selected botanicals. In other words, we don't want to tell you what's in here, but it's really yummy. Once again, I do this every time I pull out a bottle of Liquor 43. I have to give a shout out to my friend Nate, who was bartender at Vermilion and introduced me to Liquor 43, and it's been on our shelves ever since. So a full ounce of Liquor 43. Right there. And then we need something hefty, something with a little Jamaican punch to it. And so the way we do that around here is Smith & Cross. So for our standard sort of bar party cocktails, if we need a Jamaican slightly overproof, we're reaching for the Smith & Cross. So we need 2 full ounces of the Smith & Cross. Right there. Smith & Cross clocks in at 57%. So that's 114 proof. Yep, 114 proof. Proof positive that you will enjoy Jamaican rum. When I was putting this back together again from my notes, I did not realize that the original recipe has allspice dram and a dash of bitters in it. So we're going to go ahead and go back to that formulation and go with some allspice dram. So I need a teaspoon, should be right here, 1 teaspoon allspice dram. And it does specify a certain type of bitters. It specifies Boker's bitters, and I do not have Boker's bitters, nor have I ever tasted Boker's bitters. I have no idea what they taste like. I don't even know if they are more in line with Angostura or Peychaud's, or if they're more of a fruity kind. No clue. But we are attempting to do something that is Tiki-esque, so it probably makes sense to use some Tiki bitters. What do you think, right? See, Elamacauli bitters from Bittermans. Sounds like a plan. We could do that. We could also use the Tiki bitters from Embitterment bitters. Those would be the Typhoon bitters. Just a single dash. That's all I say. Single dash. Right there. There we go. So this gets shaken with ice cubes and then is going to be poured over crushed ice. And we could always pour this into a Tiki mug. That would be fine. We could do that.
No. Supposedly, Boker's bitters are a taste of chocolate, coffee, and dark spice.
Oh, well, I went totally in a different direction. Because the Tiki bitters will cover the dark spice, but they're not going to cover any of the coffee and chocolate. Huh. I might have been better going with the mole bitters, in fact, in that case.
Boker's bitters stopped being produced in 1920.
Well, That makes it hard to get.
Yes.
So how about just a couple of like little baby dashes of chocolate bitters to go in there? How's that? That'll make that more in line with what we're working for. Okay, we're gonna shake this up. Shaky, shaky, shaky. And this actually has a really nice color to it. It's very pink from the guava. So I think we're gonna go with a, let's see. I was gonna go that direction. But let's not do that. Let's go with a snifter, like that. One of these small hurricane / snifter glasses. That seems like a plan, right? Seems okay? Nobody's yelling at me.
Nobody's yelling.
At least that I can hear. So, oh wait, we need to actually put crushed ice in that. That would help. There we go. And then we're going to strain that. Little pinkish orange there. Oh, very nice, very nice. Look at that, right to the wash line. How nice. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of promotional work here. First of all, this has got to have a straw in it, right? So if you're gonna put a straw in it, you might as well use a good straw. And if you're using good straws, you're using glass straws from Surfside Sips.
Surfside Sips.
And I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I want this nice red one. Smooth, red glass, not even the bamboo cut. Right, I'm just gonna slide that right in there. That looks very nice. I could have used the green, but I think that looks very nice, just the way it is. What else should we plug? Well, we should plug that the glass that this is in is from Innsmouth, and Innsmouth is a January Tiki convention down in Atlanta. And it was our first Tiki convention, and we just had an absolute blast. We're going to go back. We're going to have a wonderful time. The gentleman that runs it, or one of the gentlemen that runs it, is also the gentleman that does Horror and Clay, which is responsible for a fairly large number of the Cthulhu Tiki mugs, or Lovecraftian themed or horror themed Tiki mugs. So it's always appropriate to do a shout out for Innsmouth around this time. Next up, the recipe actually calls for a lime wedge and a cherry as the garnish for this. So as long as we are going to be putting a cherry on this, I think what we ought to do is hawk the Peninsula Premium Cocktail Cherries.
Oh yeah.
These things are just massively good. I mean, Luxardos are good. These are just masterful. They are amazing cherries. They are significantly tartar than the Luxardos, and the cherry flavor is just, it's just brilliant. It's so good. So good. So, what are we going to do here? Well, I was at the store today, and while I was buying lemons and limes, I also came across this bizarre looking fruit. It's got these little pointy things on it. And I'm not even sure what it was called. The label has now gone missing from it. Oh wait, no, here it is. It's a, what is this? This is a Kiwano. Kiwano. I got no idea on this thing what it is.
It's a melon.
It's a melon of some sort.
It's also called horned melon.
Horned melon. Okay, well, we're just going to see how well this works here. We're going to grab a pick. Where's a pick? I need a good pick. I got so many good picks because I buy my picks
From Dizzy Diva.
from Dizzy Diva. And Dizzy Diva makes really pretty picks, like this one, which has a little pretty gemstone in it. And we're going to take the cherry, put that on there, and then we're going to take this and we're going to stick it on our, or in through the rind of our Kiwano. And we're going to stick that on the side of our cocktail glass like this. And the Kawano just looks really disgusting. I mean, look at the inside of this thing. Blech, right? See, look at that. Wow. All sorts of grossness. But the cherry is going to be awesome. I have no idea what the Kawano is going to be like. And we're going to take a taste. This is the Cargo Cult. Well, there's a reason why we keep coming back to that drink. Oh, Star. You should have a taste of this.
Ah, macabre.
You might not get one, but you should have a taste of this. First of all, isn't that kind of pretty?
It is very pretty.
Perfect glass for it.
Yeah.
I don't think the Kawano is the right... I think a lime wedge would have been better.
Yeah, that is weird looking.
It is definitely weird looking. Yep. Kind of slimy.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because we're going to need slimy for the next drink.
That's a weird fruit.
Does it taste at all like a kiwi? No. Huh. Is it tart? I don't know. I could ask, or I could actually, taste some.
Taste some?
I could. What's up with that? Yeah, isn't that yummy?
Yeah.
Yeah, really yummy. So there you go.
You want some more before I steal it?
Yes, I do. But I'm just on the chance.
Ah.
I'm going to use a different straw here.
I am doing my annual fall postnasal drip stage of...
That is good. Okay, so that's a winner, right?
Yeah, that's a winner.
So
That
the Ghost Orchid stays, the
Nah.
Cargo Cult stays. That's all good. Now we get to the trial and error portion of our night. So in this case, we are riffing off of a drink called the Tradewinds.
Yay, Tradewinds!
Tradewinds, yay! Star loves this drink. So the Tradewinds uses a spindle blender. So we're just going to do a flash blend of this. And fortunately, I have 3 separate tins this evening. Now, I'm going to be up this evening a little later than normal because my beloved Dolphins started playing, I think, about now. And they're playing Pittsburgh, and I'm probably going to stay up and watch the entirety of the game unless it gets really, really bad. So what goes into a Tradewinds? A classic Tradewinds has coconut cream in it.
It starts in 10 minutes.
It has lemon juice in it. It has apricot liqueur, like this, in it. It has 2 different kinds of rum, and we traditionally around here use the Ron de Barrilito 3-star, which I have neglected to put on my bar this evening. And it also uses the Pampero rum, which I have also not put on my bar this evening. How bad is that? So the Pampero is up there. You can find the Pampero easily enough. And then there's the Ron de Barrilito right there. Yep, okay, so that'll all work. So the Pampero Anniversario, this rum Smuggler's Cove lists as a black rum, and they use it for recipes that call for black rum, like Goslings. And so that I have just sort of glommed onto that and am using that. It comes in this cool leather bag, right? And we have several of those cool leather bags because we quite like the Pampero Anniversario. Also, would have suited Star this evening because it is kind of a sweet rum. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to move these things all over here. Now, what we are going to do is we are basically going to keep this drink the same, except that the apricot liqueur is going to get switched out for other things. And we're going to see if we can make this work. But because Star really loves this cocktail, we're going to go ahead and do one that is straight up, normal, etc.
Yay.
Which probably means I need to open another thing of the coconut. All right. Okay. So one of the reasons that I know that Star likes coconut cream is because this drink uses 1.5 ounces of coconut cream in it, which is an enormous amount of coconut cream. I'm going to reach for a different jigger, this guy, which clearly has marked the 1.5 ounces. Yes? This is such an old man thing. Oh yeah, I have to move my glasses in order to see this. Man, that just burns me that I have to do that. Okay, 1.5 ounces coconut cream. Once again, there are purists out there that tell you have to use Coco Lopez. Coco Lopez comes in a can, separates easily, has really good flavor to it. But, you can put it into one of these Coco Real squeeze bottles like I'm doing. Or you can use Coco Real. And I think either one, actually. Didn't we do a taste test of these at one point?
I know we were going to. I don't know if we actually did.
And I don't know if there was any real noticeable difference between them. Other than how thick this stuff is. This is one of the reasons why I don't like making Tradewinds, is just the gloppy nature of this. Okay. And of course, nothing else requires anything over 1 ounce in this cocktail, so I've got nothing to rinse this jigger with, so it's just like, fine. But I'm just going to assume that I'm going to get the same amount of coconut cream if I fill to the same line and dump in the same manner for each one of these. And I lied. I did say, and it was originally my intent to only make one of these cocktails and then split it into 3 different sections, just 3 different pieces, and then add the custom ingredient to each one. Apparently what I am going to do instead is make 3 full cocktails here.
Okay.
So we'll be having some fun this evening.
Yeah.
La 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 la. I hate to tell you, this looks like snot. It really does. Or something else, but we're not going to go into that. Oh man, that gives me an idea for a cocktail that is not safe for probably public discussion. I am not letting the coconut cream sit in that jigger because it is really hard to get out at that point. All right, so that's nice and rinsed. Excellent. Oh, there's the fork I was looking for earlier. This is the fork I'm going to use to taste this. So here we go. Oh, I don't know if you can hear this. Oh, this is weird. This is something straight out of Aliens. It really is. I'm loving it though, because I'm gonna have to get some of this stuff and use it for at least for garnishes for the Haunted Tiki party. Absolutely. All right, I still can't get all of that up, so we're just gonna reach in. Hopefully someone will look up and tell me whether or not this stuff is poisonous, because if so, I'm dead this evening.
I don't think they would sell it in the grocery store if it was poisonous.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Oh man, these membranes here are very fibrous. So you can't...
It's a very popular snack in Africa and Australia and New Zealand.
Okay, so in weird places around the world,
it is rich in nutrients.
Oh, is it? Oh, good. So it's healthy for me, is what you're saying. All right. So far from being poisonous, this is healthy for me. Great. All right.
It is known as horned melon, jelly melon, African horned cucumber, hedged gourd, Milano, and blowfish fruit.
Oh, well, okay. There you go. You got it right there. Blowfish fruit. We're definitely doing this. Why did I pause to actually slurp this down. Well, A, I was curious about it and I just found the fork. More importantly, I was considering using this as a garnish because we haven't done any flames this evening and I think we need to do some flames this evening, so here we go. All right, we're going to do that. Okay, we've got the coconut cream in there, so we're going to stop with that. No more of that. What else? We need 1 ounce of lemon juice for each of these. That's the lime juice. This is the lemon juice. Get it right, Pooch. All right. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, okay, 3. Let's do the rums at this point. So we're going to go the Pampero. Oh, we might be getting a little close on this, actually. I think there's 3. Yeah, there's 3 shots in there. 3 shots, 3 ounces. Not for each one. There's 1 ounce in each one. Sorry. Hey, Star.
Yeah.
We should add Pampero Anniversario to the alcohol list. Because that's not going to cut it if we end up doing a version of the Tradewinds for the Haunted Party. Second is the Ron de Barrilito 3-star, which I would probably not use the Ron de Barrilito, except that we got an exceptionally good deal on it. Okay, there's an ounce. There's an ounce. And there's an ounce. Oh, while we were at the housewarming yesterday, they have a very young child, Emma. And Emma is just at that point where she is realizing that boys are different than girls. And she's a little unclear on what those differences are. So in any good experimental way, she is just wandering around going, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Which I think is absolutely adorable. But she got to me, and she got probably the most confusing answer she's ever gotten from this question. "Are you a boy or a girl?" And I looked straight at her and went, "Well, hon, it depends on the day." At which point, both of her parents went, "Bravo, bravo, bravo." Okay, so we've got the rums, we've got the lemon juice, we've got the cream to coconut, so the only thing that remains would normally be the apricot liqueur. Okay, so we're going to use apricot liqueur on the far left, 1 ounce. This is Gifford's apricot liqueur, is that right? Yes, apricot de Roussillon. Yeah, product of France. I can't pronounce it. France. I surrender. Okay, so
Amanda suggests Jello shots in the Kawano rinds.
oh, that would be interesting.
I did do Jello shots one party in
with
lime rinds.
Lime rinds, lime husks. Yep. Okay, so so you know what an apricot tastes like, right? It's got a kind of a tart taste to it. I mean, it's a stone fruit, but it's like a really tart peach kind of thing. It's almost more, I don't know. It's an apricot. I mean, what do you want me to say? But I think if I'm going to go in a different route, that the closest that I can get to that is going to be Italicus. So we're going to go one where we're not going to use the apricot. We're going to use Italicus for that. And this is orange, well, it's bergamot in its nature. Rosilio de Bergamotto. Italian I can do. And then last, just because I want this to be completely weird as an option, we're going with Midori. Do I think Midori is anything like the apricot? No. But I do think it's bright green and kind of sweet, and so I want to see what it does. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this. Next up, we're going to pour some crushed ice in here, and then we're going to flash blend these, and then I need a glass to put them in. The question is, what kind of glass should I put these in? We've already done a goblet this evening. We did that with the Inuhele. And I would kind of like something that I could run some coloration through. We're going to take these 3 small goblets. There may be stuff left over from these, but you know, it's okay. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're going to go 1 scoop right there. While that is doing its thing, I'm going to reach over, and you're like, why are you putting more coconut cream in there? Ha ha ha! I am not putting more coconut cream in there. No, I am not. This, my friends, is raspberry puree from Coco Royale. Okay, we're going to blend this. That's all we're doing. Quick flash blend. There you go, hun. There is your traditional Tradewinds with just a little bit of raspberry tendrils in the glass. What do you think about that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do the same thing. Wait, this is the wrong one. This goes back over here. See, this is so easy to do, right? Because you can just lay it in like this.
Put your straw back in.
All right, we just do that. Like that. See, easy peasy. Right? No, this. That was 1, that was 2, that was 3, that was 4, that was 5. We don't count by Mississippis here because, well, it's dangerous for our kind to visit Mississippi. Okay, there's the second one. Ta-da. And the third one. I don't know, I really like these red tendrils.
I like it.
So
Much easier than the thing we saw where...
Oh man, they took red caramel apple, that stuff, and they
sugar and red food coloring.
And they tried to like douse a glass in it so that it would like hang off the sides and it looked really cool. But yeah,
you're gonna break glasses.
Yeah, totally gonna break glasses doing that. Yeah, it's 5 seconds-ish. Right. Okay, I got a little more in there than I intended. We can just do this. Put a streak through it. There we go. All right. So clearly we can play around with how much streaking we do. That actually looks kind of cool. All right, so let's use straws. Right? So we can reach over and aren't there little bitty straws? Where are all my pride straws? Here's a pride straw right here.
There's one in your glass.
There's one in my, oh yeah, I can do that. Except you put it in upside down. It's okay. You want to take a sip?
Yes.
Here, we're just going to go like that and that. So that's your Tradewinds. That's your typical Tradewinds. Oh, by the way, so what would you do for a garnish? So the Tradewinds garnish is classic. It is a cocktail umbrella like this, and because the Tradewinds are strong, basically you just take this and you flip it upside down like that, right? That's the classic Tradewinds garnish. I'm thinking that because these are like weird variations of the Tradewinds, we should do like weird variations like that, like a shredded. Well, this is the Italicus version.
Interesting. I don't like it as well.
The apricot really comes through on that. I think the raspberry actually accentuates the apricot.
Okay, the Midori's a hit.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like the Italicus. It doesn't have the same. The Italicus is more complex, but it doesn't have the same zing that the Tradewinds does. Right. Okay, and then we try the Midori, which didn't come out green. Well, it's kind of green.
A little bit, yeah.
I like the Midori.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the Tradewinds itself, I think, is the winner here. But so the other thing we can do is we can take this guy and just set this like that, right?
Yay! I have my favorite drink.
She has her favorite drink. Okay, so we're gonna take. Oh, that's the other thing I need, hon. I need to have some stale bread so I can make croutons. Why do I need croutons? I need croutons so I can soak croutons in lemon extract. What? So, Pooch, why do you need croutons to soak in lemon extract? And why would you soak a crouton in lemon extract? Well, you may have heard that many Tiki cocktails that use flames as part of their garnish use 151 as the accelerant, essentially. But as it turns out, 151 glows blue and faint blue, so it's really hard to see. However, lemon extract, on the other hand, lemon extract glows orange, like such. And, well, I gotta tell you that this horned melon, or this blowfish melon, or whatever you want to call it, just whacking off the end of that provides a nice deep well for some gorgeous flames. And I'm thinking that that's just a winner right there, right? There you go. Ooh, flames! Look at that! Wee! Wee, 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 wee! There you go. Isn't that awesome? That's cool. We got Tiki flames. We got Tiki flames. It's just flames. Yay! Now, this does present us with a problem because, you know, we could do the umbrella with this, but the umbrella is going to go up in flames. So I think this garnish will actually have to go with a different drink. Maybe this garnish goes with the Ghost Orchid. I don't know. Not sure, because the Ghost Orchid usually has flame with it. But it certainly isn't going to go with the Tradewinds variation. I think we might go with the Midori. What do you think, hun?
I like the Midori.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's a different variation. You know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this and pour this back in here. I have a crazy idea. Crazy, I tell you. Because usually when I think crazy, bizarre, I think that there is something about the Cthulhu mythos that links in my brain with absinthe. So that's a couple of sprays of absinthe into the Midori. And we'll see what this is like. I don't actually have high hopes for this. I think the absinthe may just take this over and blow it out, but we'll see. That's pretty freaking interesting, actually. Those couple of sprays do not overpower it. There's definitely absinthe there. I might cut that spray back to 1. Here, this is me experimenting, right? This is a bottle of absinthe? Oh, I thought my bottle of absinthe was smaller than that. Nope, that's the absinthe. Can I, because there's a head on this. Oh. Huh. So because there's a head on this, I can actually do drops of absinthe on here and have them show up on the head. So I could do streaks through this thing to connect those bits. Oh, look, the garnish has finally burned out. That is not a wholesome smell when that finally dies. You know, that's not bad. So, if you were thinking something nautical, wind-related, along the lines of Tradewinds, but in a horrific kind of way, in a Lovecraftian notion, spectral winds or something along those lines, what would you call that drink? Because we're certainly not going to call it a Tradewinds cocktail. It's got to be something different. By the way, that looks really cool with the tattered umbrella and some of the foam running down and a little bit of the red from the raspberry at the bottom. That just looks astoundingly cool. Look at this. Look at this cocktail here.
That looks pretty awesome.
That's pretty freaking awesome. Adding a little bit of absinthe to that, I think, makes sense for the. It's not better than the Tradewinds. I will say it is absolutely not better than the Tradewinds, and you should not mix the absinthe with the apricot version of the Tradewinds. But this is a haunted version of the Tradewinds, and I like that, and I think that's going to go on the menu. So there we go. We have clocked in at right about an hour, a little over an hour, and we've done the Ghost Orchid, Ghost Orchid, keeping that one. The Cargo Cult, keeping that one. And we did 3 variations of the Tradewinds. We will always have on the menu the original Tradewinds right there. Right on the wall here is the menu, is the recipe for that. But for the Haunted Tiki
Winds
Party,
over Innsmouth.
we are going to do this guy right here, which is going to involve a couple of squirts of absinthe in it. Yep. We're going to do that, and we're going to rip apart cocktail umbrellas, because, I mean, the cocktail umbrellas are cheap. And we're going to find a use for this stuff. We absolutely will, because it's just cool looking.
Well, 2 people that are watching are coming to the party.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay.
3.
All right.
Sorry, 3
Well,
people.
Multiple people are coming to the party. I'm going to drink some rum. I'm going to finish a Ghost Orchid. And then I'm going to finish at least one of these, if not maybe both. I don't know. And I'm hopefully going to watch my Dolphins with our number 1 quarterback back playing. God, hope he's not already knocked out of the game again. Hopefully watch them take on Pittsburgh and win. And that would make...
Dolphins have made a touchdown.
Dolphins have made a touchdown. Pittsburgh has made 4. No, God.
Pittsburgh has made none.
0 goose egg. Yeah, for Pittsburgh. Yay. All right. I'm leading in my fantasy football league for this week, and I should win this game. And the Dolphins are off to a good start. And we've got 3 new cocktails, or not new cocktails, we've got 3 more cocktails to add to the Haunted Cocktail menu. We have 2 from last week, right? We had the Dreaming Isle of Dreaming Dead. That's the one we aren't going to keep.
Right.
What did we do last week? Oh my gosh, total brain fart. Well, so that's going to give us that's going to give us 5. That'll give us 5 drinks. We're going to do the Shrunken Skull as your intro drink to the party. So I'm just going to make up a batch of that. And we are probably also doing a Black Magic and a Flaming Mola. Because the
Blackbeard's Ghost.
Blackbeard's Ghost, right?
And Pimmsanity.
And the Pimmsanity, right.
So I have to get some Pims.
We do. There are a couple of things we're going to need to pick up, including the Midori for this, and the Pims, which I knew we were going to need to pick up Midori. It's a guilty pleasure. Anyway, that's it for us. We're going to call it quits. We're now almost 10 minutes over. It's been a blast. having fun, throwing stuff together, playing around, giving you a little bit of insight into what I do prior to a tiki party. I don't just like grab a recipe and run with it. I just grab recipes and try them and see if I like them and return to old recipes. Tastes change, and maybe a recipe that we really liked the first time we ever threw a party is not a cocktail that we want to serve again. Turns out the Ghost Orchid and Cargo Cult are both on the list of no, we're keeping those. We're gonna call it quits. Good night, all. Have fun. Root for my dolphins. Look at me. I'm wearing a Dolphins Tiki shirt. And we will see you all next week. I love having you check in with us. It's great fun. Thanks for keeping this fun and giving me amusement every week doing this. And we will talk to you later.